Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel. This is the first video of Science Target 70 plus for SLC exam 2023. We have exactly around 85 odd days left for the SLC exam 2023. So there was a gap in posting the videos, but today onwards I'll be posting the continuous videos for maths and science target 70 plus. When compared to last year examination, this year the application and difficulty will be increased. So no need to worry. If you put your constant and sincere efforts, definitely you can score good marks. Dear students, all this the PDFs or the worksheets will be shared in my Telegram group. Do join the Telegram group and also do subscribe the channel. Dear students, I'll be posting as many worksheets as possible. The main intention is to cover maximum concepts from the textbook so that you can score good marks. What are the video or the worksheet which I share in the group, try to study on the same day itself so that it will be easy for you to score good marks. Dear students and teachers, if possible, make a note of all the questions with answers. Otherwise, you can take the printout and you can study. List down all the concepts from each unit and you should do the revision. Studying textbook is very important for science and practice all the diagrams. Revision and self-evaluation is very important. Do write the test. That's what I said. We'll try to cover the maximum concepts from the textbook at least before the exams. Put your sincere efforts and attempt the preparatory exams, the district and state level preparatory exams as your board exams. Learn from the mistakes. Try to discuss the mistakes with your teachers and try to avoid the mistakes as much as possible. Definitely you are very talented. Just the only simple thing what you have to do is you should put your sincere and the continuous effort for next 85 days. Definitely I'm sure that you will be start studying from today onwards. If you start studying from today onwards, definitely you can score good marks. Last year many of the students, those who have subscribed the channel, they have scored very good marks. I hope the same thing happens this year. Dear students, science target 70 plus part 1. First we'll start with multiple choice question, then 1 mark, 2 mark and a important diagram. We'll be discussing at least in each worksheet. We'll discuss at least 10 MCQs, 10 1 mark question, at least 10 to 15 2 mark question and a diagram, and important 3 or 4 mark question. The first question in multiple choice question: the gap between a pair of adjacent neurons over which nerve impulses pass is called as what? Synapse, right? The gap between two neurons is called as what? Synapse. Second question: what happens when excess of carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water? When you pass the carbon dioxide gas to the lime water, what happens? The lime water turns milky and then it becomes colorless. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Next, third question: up to which element the law of octaves, that is Newland's law of octaves, was found applicable? The law of octaves was applicable only up to the element calcium. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, calcium. Next, fourth question: the number of pairs of sex chromosome in the zygote of a human being is? How many chromosomes are there? Two chromosomes, two sex chromosomes are there. How many pair? It is one pair. One pair means two chromosomes, right? If they ask the number of chromosomes, that is number of sex chromosomes, then the answer is 2. If they ask number of pairs, then it is 1. Fifth question: which of the following gas is formed when an acid reacts with a metal carbonate. It's not metal. If it is metal, hydrogen gas will be released. It is metal carbonate. When acid reacts with metal carbonate, carbon dioxide gas is released. Sixth question, increase in the OH hydroxyl ion concentration leads to, that means there is an increase in the pH of the solution. That is, the base property increases. Seventh question, a zygote which has an X chromosome inherited from the father will develop into a girl. If Y is inherited from the father, then it is a baby boy. If X is inherited from the father, then it is a girl baby. Rainwater is called, rain is called acid rain when its pH falls below 5.6. See, these MCQs can be asked in 1 marks also, students, or 2 marks also. You should try to remember. Rainwater is called acid rain when the pH of the rainwater falls below the 5.6. Next question, ninth question. A substance has a tendency to give H plus ion in aqueous solution. This substance is called as what? Acid. Acid gives H plus ions, whereas base gives OH minus ions. Next, identify the correct path of urine in the human body. It is from the kidney to the ureter, then urethra, then urinary bladder. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, kidney, ureter, urethra and urinary bladder. Student, do check the diagram from the unit life process, then you can mark this answer. Moving to next main 1 mark question, that is, name the gas liberated when the acid reacts with metal. That is, the answer is hydrogen gas. What in case acid reacts with metal carbonate? It is carbon dioxide. Already we have discussed in MCQ. Name the filtration unit of kidney. The second question, it is nephron. The filtration unit of kidney is nephron. Define power of a lens. Dear students, all this question I have taken out from the previous year exam papers, and will be trying to cover as many questions, as many concepts as possible. In the exam, they might change the question, but the answer will be same. Just you have to understand the question, then you should answer. You should attempt all the question. Third question, define power of a lens. Power of a lens is defined as the reciprocal of its focal length, that is P equals 1 by F in meters. SI unit of power of lens is diopter. This is again the 1 mark question. When you want to find out, in case 1 mark numerical is asked, always focal length should be in meter. Define water of crystallization. Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of salt. In the unit acid, bases and salt, you can see this the interesting concept, that is, what is water of crystallization? It is the fixed number of water molecules. Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of salt. Fifth question, name the principle of an electric motor. The electric motor works on the principle of magnetic effects of electric current. Next, herbivores have longer intestine as compared to carnivores. Herbivores will have the longer, smaller intestine. Why? The question is, herbivores who eat grass need longer, smaller intestine to allow the cellulose to be digested. For the digestion of the cellulose, the small intestine will be longer. Seventh question, mucus is secreted along with hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Why? Mucus protects the stomach wall from the action of HCl. Why the mucus is secreted in the stomach? It protects the stomach wall from the action of this very highly concentrated hydrochloric acid. Next question, magnesium ribbon should be burned before cleaning in air to remove. Why the magnesium ribbon is cleaned? To remove the unwanted impurity and to burn only the pure magnesium metal. Next, ninth question, we apply paint on iron articles. Why do we apply paint on iron articles? To avoid what? Rusting of iron. Next question, aluminium is a highly reactive metal, right? Aluminium is a highly reactive metal. Still, it is used in making utensil for cooking. Why? I, Aluminium is a highly reactive metal, yet it is used to make utensils for cooking. Give reason. Aluminium forms a non-reactive layer of aluminium oxide on its surface. That is, aluminium forms non-reactive layer of aluminium oxide on its surface. Hence, aluminium is used for making utensils. Two more question, what is redox reaction? Give example. A chemical reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously is called as redox reaction. Oxidation and reaction takes place simultaneously is called as redox reaction. Whereas, can you see here, CuO is reduced to Cu, whereas H2 is oxidized to form H2O. This is an example for redox reaction. Next question, what is rancidity? What is rancidity? Mention ways by which rancidity can be prevented. What is rancidity? When oil containing food or fat are exposed to air, what happens? They get oxidized and become rancid, due to which they smell, taste and color change. This process is called as rancidity. When any food containing oil or fat is exposed to air, when it is exposed to air, they get oxidized. And what happens? They become rancid. Rancid means they smell, taste and color will change. This process is called rancidity. How it can be prevented? It can be prevented by using antioxidants, by flushing with nitrogen gas. Next important question, what are amphoteric oxides? Give example. The metal oxides which show acidic behavior as well as basic behavior are called as what? Amphoteric oxide. That means they react with both acid as well as base to produce salt and water are called as amphoteric oxide. Example, aluminium oxide, zinc oxide. What are amphoteric oxide? Amphoteric oxides are the metal oxides which behave acidic as well as basic behavior. It will have both the characteristics of acid as well as base, is called as what? Amphoteric oxide. If it is react with acid, it will behave as a base. If it is reacting with a base, it acts as a acid. So it can form salt and water with acid as well as base. Name the factor on which the resistance of a conductor depend on. The resistance of a conductor depend on length, area of cross section, nature of its material and also on its temperature. State Ohm's law. Very important question. Dear students, try to listen all these questions. Try to listen all these questions. Try to understand. Try to watch the video again and again, so that instead of taking the printout and studying, if you listen at least 2 to 3 times, definitely it will be stored in your memory and you can read again by taking the printout. Fifth question, state Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that the potential difference V across the ends of a given metallic wire in an electric circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, provided its temperature remains the same. Ohm's law states that the potential difference V across the ends of a given metallic wire is directly proportional to what? The current flowing through it, provided its temperature remains the same. V equals IR. What V equals? Potential difference, I is the current, R is the resistance. What are the functions of the following hormones? Thyroxine. What is the function of thyroxine in our body? Thyroxine regulates carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism in the body so that it provides the best balance for the growth. In case, what is the element used for the synthesis of thyroxine? So thyroxine is synthesized by using the element iodine. In case of deficiency of iodine, it leads to a condition called as simple goiter. Next, what is the function of insulin? Insulin helps in regulating blood sugar levels in the body. Next, seventh question, what is the function of placenta during pregnancy? The embryo gets nutrition from the mother blood with the help of placenta. The waste materials generated by the embryo is removed to placenta. Next, difference between homologous and analogous. Homologous, they have same origin. Analogous, they differ in origin. Structure is similar, structure is different. Perform different function, perform same function. Example, the wings of insects, bats and birds, the forelimbs of frog, man and the flippers of whale. Next, ninth question, what is neutralization reaction? The reaction between acid and base to give salt and water is called as what? Neutralization reaction. Acid plus base to give salt and water is called as neutralization reaction. What are fossils? How is the age of fossil determined? Preserved traces of living organism in the earth crust are called as fossils. How is the age of fossils are determined? One is by relative method. The fossil will find closer to the surface are more recent than we find in the deeper layer of the earth crust. One is relative method. Another second way of dating fossil fuels by detecting the ratios of different isotopes of same element in the fossil fuel. These are the two methods by which we determine the age of fossils. 11th question, state Mendeleev's periodic law and modern. Mendeleev's periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic mass. Modern periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. Define refractive index. What is refractive index? The refractive index of a transparent medium is the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in the medium, that is n equals c by v. What is c? Speed of light in vacuum or air. Speed of light in the medium is v. 13th question, list the factors that help in speciation. Formation of new species from the existing species is called as speciation. What are the factors that help in speciation? That is natural selection, geographic isolation, genetic drift, or change in DNA or number of chromosomes. Next, 14th question, state the limitations of Mendeleev's classification. The limitations of Mendeleev's classification are student advantages and limitations from the unit. Periodic classification of elements will be asked for 2 or 3 mark question. To do make a chart and list out all the limitations and advantages of each and every law and periodic trends, that is atomic size, valency, electronegativity, electropositivity, and the concept of metalloids. The position of hydrogen was not fixed in Mendeleev's classification. Next, the increasing order of atomic mass could not be maintained. Isotopes have similar chemical properties but different atomic masses. They cannot be given separate places. These are the 3 limitations of Mendeleev's classification. Next, 5th question, write the properties of ionic compounds. Ionic compounds consist of ions. Ionic compounds are solid. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point. Ionic compounds are generally soluble in water. Ionic compounds conduct electricity in molten. Dear students, for example, ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point. Give reason. This kind of question can be asked for 2 marks also. So try to study in detail about the properties of ionic compounds in detail. Next, important 3 mark diagram, reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid. Dear students, this PDF I'll be sharing in the Telegram group. Do join the Telegram group and try to study the questions what I share and try to study the textbook. Try to clear your concept with the teachers. Definitely you can score good mark. The main intention is if you study the concepts conceptually, if you understand and if you study in exams, you can do well. Dear students, thank you for watching the video. I'll be posting the next video as soon as possible. and also do subscribe the channel and do share with your friends, those are in need, because this year's examination we have there is a slight increase in difficulty and application questions that will not affect anything, because whatever the questions will be there, it will be as from the textbook. You should be clear with the concepts from the textbook. Dear students, again thank you. Do subscribe the channel and also do join the Telegram group.